Hi, you guys. Welcome to my live. Before I start my live, I would like to address a group of people who wanted to be Diddy when they grew up. Yes, I'm starting this live on some BS. That's what I'm going to do. Because we all sit up here pointing fingers at Diddy and talking about Diddy and pretending like you underlings or people who are not billionaires. You're not even millionaires, but you think you own your Diddy. Everybody wants to be on their Diddy until now. Now y'all want to cancel Diddy like he wasn't goals a few months ago. So even to me, for me, it was that. Now I never want to do what he's doing, which is whatever the hell that is over there. That's weird. But I want to address people. I want to address before I start my live, cause I'm going to talk about we're gonna finish off with Diddy, and we're gonna talk about Daphne Joy. We're gonna talk about Trey Songs. We're gonna talk about Christina Mackey. All these industry dudes are messy. I'm starting to realize these industry dudes are messy. I mean, I should know personally, but it's like these dudes are just messy. Then I'm gonna talk about a few stories that I wanted to talk about last time. If it don't get to 2 hours, I'm only gonna do an hour of this because I don't want to waste nobody's time. So when y'all look at it on playback, it's not 2 hours. You look at it for an hour because nobody got time to be sitting up here listening to me rant about certain stuff. I hope you guys are having a lovely Friday. I worked at State Farm last night. It was a freaking movie. Let me tell you something. And just in case you don't know, my home base is Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So I work at Mercedes-Benz. It's the home to the Falcons and the United, the Atlanta United. I work, that's my home base. So I can work while I have to work at Mercedes-Benz. They ain't gonna just sit up there and just let me work there. It was a movie. You know, when you get a job, my job, I work in clubs and suites, okay? That's why I work in. Most places I work at, I work in clubs and suites. Okay? Mercedes Benz, I work at suites. At State Farm, I work in clubs. So last night I hadn't been at State Farm for a minute, which I kind of regret. I was trying to get to State Farm. I was going to go over there to work Nicki Minaj's show, but then I just didn't feel it. Wasn't that I didn't feel like it. It was just my allergies are getting the best of me right now. For me, I literally allergy season makes me literally sick. Um, you know, one season I had strep throat. One season I had fever. One season I get laryngitis. I haven't gotten laryngitis so far. I try to keep my window closed, but I have to open it because you can't just let a fart stay in the house. So I basically, you know, I've been careful. I just noticed that, because I was working for 4 events. One of them, soccer season has started. I decided to take one of the games. Did not know that at State Farm that hey, they have been working all week. They've been having back-to-back games. And while one of the YouTubers I like watching is live now, please don't do that to me. Live on Instagram, not live on here. But I need to start doing live on Instagrams too. I want to do Q&As. I want to have talking sessions, like talks. I want to do that. We used to do that on Bigo and it was fun. So, um, it was a movie because I had to say most because it is the most celebrities I have seen in one sitting. It was a club, so I think you're more than likely to see a celebrity in the club suites rather than the suites. Like at Mercedes Benz, I work on S2. That's suites, but that's mostly it's just people who have money. You have to have money to have a suite, so they clearly have money. So last night was like a movie. I felt like I was in a movie. But it was crazy because I wasn't trying to see these famous people. They just pop up, just like Omari Hardwick. Like, I didn't know Omari Hardwick was going to be at a UGA game. I was just walking down the hall and I saw this guy and I'm like, what? What fancy is you here? You fine as hell, by the way. But I just never. I don't walk around clubs. Clubs, I'm over attendant, so I just work in the area I'm in that is servicing food. And it was interesting. Of course, Boosie was there. Boosie is always there. It was crazy. So last night was fun. It had a rough start, but it ended great. I'm gonna definitely be catching another shift over there because I'm trying to get an apartment. So I'm catching another shift over there anyway. So last night was what happened to me. It was fun and it's crazy. I had to go in this dark energy, but I had to address this because it needs to be said. And I hate it. I don't like being angry, but in order to get rid of anger, you have to say what's making you angry, and you have to address it. And then when you're done addressing the anger, it goes away, and then you don't feel it no more. So that's what I'm doing. I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't pointing no elbows. I'm just gonna say it the way it is, cause we over here talking about the whole Diddy situation, and I want to talk to you wannabes and could have beens. I gotta talk to you real quick. Then I'm gonna go off into my live where I just sit up here and talk about the situation. I don't think it's funny what is happening with Diddy. Don't get it twisted. I knew it was coming, and a lot of us knew it was coming. 1, 2, and 3. Um, the ones who laugh first, laugh last, laugh last. Y'all know what Michael Kyle said. He who laughs first laughs last. Last laugh. There. This situation is not funny. What is happening to Diddy is not funny. Um, as much as we saw through his BS, we can also see through other people's BS when it comes to something like this is going. And no, I'm not gentrifying and doing nothing like that. I'm coming from a perspective of, it's not funny. Okay. So, I don't think it's funny. Is he getting karma? Yeah. But this is not funny because you can get karma for laughing. You gotta be careful who you thumb your nose at. And I'm gonna call them out too who over here thumbing their nose at Diddy. Bro. Be careful. It's Aquarius season. Everybody go to jail. Don't think they not looking at you neither. The government sitting up there looking at you. Look at you over there thumbing your nose at Diddy, acting like we don't know about the fact that you sitting up there with 5 prostitutes in your house. Trust me, don't thumb your nose too hard at Diddy. Okay? I'm letting you guys know. But I want to address the people who wanted to be like Diddy. Because it's funny. Do I still have it when he said that? Let me see. I'm going to save it and then I'll probably post it if he said that. If I didn't, I'm going to show it to y'all later. And the reason I'm going to show you to y'all later is because I can't find it. I think even Diddy said it. This picture right here, I'm going to post it on my Instagram. It is so funny to me. So, y'all stuck at, I can't believe our king is going to prison. Our king is going to jail. Uh, I don't know if he's going to jail because if he snitch on everybody, he might not go to jail. Yeah, I know this week, Dan Snyder. Well, last week, it started last week. Dan Snyder's on a chopping block. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to find it. Okay. So there is no one way of doing anything in life. You just got to make sure you do it the right way. Okay. You can't go after somebody else's business model because that is somebody else's business model. That's how they do business. And there's some stuff that you don't know that these people are doing. Behind the scenes, like it's being exposed right now as we speak, the stuff people are doing behind the scenes. But what people are doing does not mean that you do it. Because this work for somebody else does not make means it's going to work for you. Because this person does it does not mean that it's okay for you to do it. A lot of y'all came from the school of Diddy, and y'all continued what he was doing. And during that time period, you didn't see anything wrong with it. You knew it was wrong. You just kept doing it because you thought that because Diddy was able to do it, that you should be able to do it too. Now, Diddy might not have to serve time in prison. He definitely gonna be kept under surveillance, but he's not have to serve time in prison because he might snitch on other people who did the same thing. But if you're somebody who don't have as nearly as much money as Diddy, because girl, the things I heard about the house that he had underground tunnels and everything. He had little underground tunnels and stuff. You don't have as nearly as much money as Diddy does, and to have his same business model is beyond me. And now you know that fat meat is greasy. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart and the depths of my soul. You cannot be a fruitful businessman, and being fruitful does not mean rich. Trust me, you can be a billionaire and still be fruitless. Fruitful is a spiritual thing. Y'all have sat there and start preaching prosperity, and y'all have totally forgot the spirituality of prosperity, and it's totally forgot the spirituality of being wealthy, and y'all totally forgot the spirituality of what being fruitful is. And being fruitful does not mean having a bunch of kids and a bunch of money. Being fruitful is planting fruit that not only your children can reuse and replant, but other people's children to do. Okay? So this whole idea of, y'all think that being fruitful is being rich. It's not. Being a billionaire is greedy. Because how can I sit up here and have $1 billion knowing that my janitor who works for me barely has enough money to pay for rent, barely have enough money to pay for their mortgage, barely have enough money for the utilities? That's not fruitful. Fruitful is that everybody around me is eating. In the same sense, you cannot bring a horse to water. But the whole purpose of being in a Diddy like space is to help build people like you. As for you, it's an understanding that there are going to be generations after you, and you have to take care of them. And it also brings up the fact that y'all not all supposed to be in Wakanda. This is why y'all not all in Wakanda. But to all those who chose this to be their teaching, and that it was okay to do this to underprivileged youth, your karma's coming too. And yours gonna be harder because you don't have money like that. You don't have Diddy money. So what you gonna do? You don't want your kids in handcuffs, right? You want to lose. You don't want to lose everything you worked hard for just because you chose to go by what somebody else is going. When you do business, you want to do business different from someone else. Everybody, I want to be like Diddy. You don't. You definitely don't now. That's not the full blown speech I want to tell y'all. But yeah, to anybody out there who thought it was okay, it's not. First thing you're gonna say, it's the rules of the game. The game is changing. The game is changing every day as we speak. I just hope that the power is more in the creator and the artist's hands these days than it is in some businessman who's making money off a talented person from the inner city. That's what I hope for. And I hope when you do get your power back, that you learn not to do the same thing. Because that's what happened. We all become a monster. We all become more of who we are, right? Once we start making it and once we start making money, we all start doing the same thing. Now that I put that out there, let's talk about what's going on. I'm going to talk about what just popped up a few seconds ago. I don't know why I'm looking at the Daily Mail. Oh, we know they love to lie. This just in. I always wanted to say that. Terrified passenger breaks down in tears as Frontier flight is evacuated in Charlotte due to strong odor, with one person injured in the process. Oh. What? Somebody was stinking? No, no. Stinking is when you're musty, and you can do something about that. Somebody was stinking. These are two different types of stinks. Okay. It said a Frontier plane headed to Orlando was evacuated during the boarding process after a strong odor was detected. An emergency evacuation was ordered as a precaution. All 226 passengers exited the plane, one suffering a minor injury. A Frontier plane headed to Orlando was forced to evacuate during the boarding process after a strong odor was detected. And Flight 1759 was in the process of boarding at Charlotte Douglas International Airport and was set to depart just before 11 p.m. Wednesday evening. But when the strong odor was detected throughout the aircraft, the pilot ordered for an emergency evacuation as a matter of precaution, per a statement from Frontier Airlines. As the passengers exiting the craft. Okay. Initial report indicated that no visible smoke or fire was observed. All passengers were re-accommodated on alternate flights. We extend our sincere apology and concern for those impacted and are investigating the cause of the incident. The flight 1759 was scheduled from Charlotte to Orlando with 226 passengers. The aircraft is the Airbus A321neo. In a TikTok post by ABC News, passengers are seen exiting the plane on the emergency slide, some even crying, while others caught them at the bottom. One person suffered minor injuries while exiting the plane on a slide and was transported to a local medical facility. A spokesperson told Queen City News. Frontier said the origin of the strong odor has not been determined. One traveler told Queen City that before the light went out, they noticed a stench coming from the Airbus. The incident came after several Boeing airplanes had been experiencing technical difficulties, putting the lives of their passengers in danger. Prior to this incident, Frontier Airlines CEO Barry Biffle told Fox News that the company has been using Airbus planes since he took on leadership 10 years ago. We that was random. Sorry. We've been all Airbus for a long time. It's not because of the recent challenges, but we just kind of benefited from that recently, he said. We do wish Boeing well. We are fortunate today to be all Airbus given the situation. So it wasn't that somebody was stinking, it was just a stench. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it would have been funnier if it was somebody that was stinking. But it was a stench. Possible a sulfur smell, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all know what a sulfur smell is, you know. It smells like busted eggs. Not someone smell like they busted an egg. It smells like busted eggs. It's a huge difference. So road tripping it is this summer. I mean, we did road tripping last summer anyway. But road tripping it is. We're road tripping this whole summer, right? Right. Okay, we're road tripping. That's all. You can't get on a plane, you can't get on trains, you can't get on boats. I don't like when people fear mong. I like when you just scared to go places. I want those people. My anxiety is too bad to be hearing stuff like this. So I want to go ahead and go to the stories I want to talk about today. I want to start off with this. See if my speakers are working. My speakers are working. I want to start off with this. Oh Lord, it didn't catch. I want to start off with this because I saw this while going home.
Somebody the other day, I said, I'm really like I'm gonna like with a W, like I'm gonna.
But define that though.
Like I'm gonna. I just had a conversation with somebody the other day. I said, I'm really like I'm gonna like with a W, like I'm gonna.
But define.
Do I smell a whore?
Let me refresh in that real quick. Okay. Because I caught this one.
Like I'm a like with a W. Like I'm a whore.
But define that though.
Like I'm a whore. I'm really a whore. Like I'm a like with a W. Like I'm a whore.
But define that though.
Like I'm a whore. I'm really a whore. Like I'm a like with a W. Like I'm a whore.
But define that though.
Like I'm a whore. I'm really a whore. Like I'm a like with a W. Like I'm a whore.
I said this on my podcast. Like, Carisha has been straight up honest about what she is. Carisha has been very honest this whole time about what she is. Okay. Is you gutter snipes that thought she was something more. Y'all sit up there, getting little bridesmaid dresses ready, thinking that there was going to be a big, gigantic wedding special with Carisha and Diddy. Diddy is incapable of love, and Carisha is a.
But define that though.
Like I'm a whore.
Carisha's a what?
I'm really a whore. Like I'm a like with a W. Like I'm a whore.
But define that.
Y'all had the jagged edge ready and everything. For sure the doo-wop. And Diddy Daddy came. Like I said, I never felt Carisha lied about what she was. So when people sit there and they show stuff like this, in the back of my head, I'm like, honey, she ain't ever lied about who she was. She always said who she was. She never lied about it. Is y'all want to believe that she was more than that? And y'all thought y'all were humbling her by telling her what she already knew. He ain't gonna get with you. You know y'all love doing that. I called somebody who said I gotta say the one who over here talking about something. All I see is baby announcement, but no marriage announcements. In the back of my head, I want to ask her, are you getting married and having any kids? It don't look like it's happening over there. So how you gonna judge that it's not happening over here if it's not happening for you neither? You know? Pick and choose your fight, friend. Pick and choose your fight. If it's not happening for you, who are you to judge somebody it's not happening to? I've talked about this on my podcast about the documentary documents. Um Dealing with, they said Daphne Joy was part of it. So Daphne Joy took the time out her day to let you guys know that 50 Cent beat her ass. Listen. I guess it's just her. I'm not gonna read it, but she claimed that Diddy, not Diddy, she claimed that 50 abused her. So this is what she had to say. I can't read that right there. It says, I am deeply hurt by the lies in Rodney Jones' lawsuit. The claim that I am a sex worker is 100% false and character assassination. I am retaining an attorney to explore all legal remedies against both Rodney and his attorney. So this is what she says. Curtis James Jackson. Oh, you know you in trouble when she used your whole name. Everything is a joke to you until our safety is compromised, which is happening now. You're wreaking real havoc, frenzy, and chaos onto people's lives. How would you feel if Sire was the one in the handcuffs for nothing? And I agree with her on that part. Because the part that bothered me was the children in the handcuffs. That bothered my soul. I know they grown, but it's like that bothered me. I'm like, that's the last thing you want to see is your child in handcuffs. And nobody wants to see that. That's sad. Let me continue reading. We moved to New York to give you the opportunity to be a father to your son, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we lived, 1 mile away from you. I am tired of holding and protecting the image of our son that you have never even earned. Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of raping me and physically abusing me. You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. Ooh. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last and final time. Diddy is trying to seek custody because she was accused of being a sex worker, which is kind of like, okay, he's sitting up there talking about something. I didn't know she was a sex worker. Nigga, you knew exactly what the hell that was going on right there. That's why you have something against Diddy right now, okay? Now, I don't know why she was around. That's grown folks' business, and that's above my pay grade. I don't get paid enough to do this. Literally, I don't get paid enough to do this. Okay, I'm not on no Tasha K. I will one day, okay? But I don't get paid like that. But long story short, it's ridiculous. The thumbing of the nose that he is doing is ridiculous. And we all knew that was something up with 50. But as much 50 wants to make it seem like he never seen nothing or been a part of nothing or never did something, like not Diddy, 50, how were you able to get one of the most popular hit shows, then get series after series? Then on top of that, you got the right to BMF. First of all, let's talk about the fact you got the right to BMF. The whole BMF situation, I low-key feel like was the first domino in picking on Diddy because Diddy used to party with BMF. But how did you get the rights to do the show, 50? That's my question. And you know better. Because what's your favorite line? Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. And I really genuinely believe you live in a glass house. Now, did you sexually assault her? Girl, once again, there's a whole lot of complexity to this. I don't know. I can't say if she did or if he didn't. I just know that 50 is not innocent. But he's the last person to be thumbing his nose at Diddy, that's for sure. How you gonna thumb your nose at Diddy when you were at the party too. I'm confused. Y'all over here thumbing your nose. How you gonna thumb your nose? And the people who thumb the nose are just as guilty as Diddy. Once again, sir, how did you get the rights to BMF? So it's like, how you gonna sit here? You over here laughing and thumbing your nose at Diddy when I'm pretty sure your shit stink too. It's just wild to me. And you gonna say, I didn't know Daphne. Just say you said that to clear your name and having a child with her. Just say that you said that. Okay? That's another thing. Just say that you pretend like you didn't know she was a prostitute. You know exactly what Daphne was. It was all fun and games until somebody else wanted to sleep with her. But for me, besides, my thing is, it's not really like about if she's a prostitute. It's more of this further proves what everybody's been saying about how Diddy is when it comes to wanting somebody else's girl. And this explain. I would say this is why Diddy not Diddy. This is why 50 Cent is mad, but I don't know, 50. I don't know. Answer this question. Why Tierra Marie owe you money? That situation, I never got to answer that situation. Why Tierra Marie owe you money? Yeah. And then this is the mother of your child. How she the mother of your child? The child don't even look like you. The one that look like you is the one that's walking around here talking and acting just like you. That's your son. This child looks nothing like you. This kid's cute. It'd be so funny to me. It always be these rough faced dudes that be sitting up here and swear up and down they shit don't stink and they shit stink to high heaven. And it's just so funny. It's always rough face, ugly face ass dudes that swear they shit don't stink. Meanwhile, you over here trying to breed all your Negro features out of your children. You don't want your kids to look like you. And don't claim the ones that look like you. Weirdo. God forbid your kid has nappy hair and has a broad nose and full lips just like you, right? You got to make sure your kid don't look like the first kid that you had with a black woman. But we're supposed to sit up here and judge Daphne on some Black Lives Matter shit. Which I don't judge Daphne at all. I'm judging 50. Because it still don't make no sense why you don't claim the child that look like you the most. That's weird. Y'all all want to sit up here and be like y'all pro-black, but you make sure that all your kids don't look black. Like, shut up. You don't want your kid to look like your nappy-headed black ass. Ain't that you? Is that you? That's you. And sit there and use these Asian girls and these Hispanic girls and these multiracial girls to get rid of your ugly. Because you ugly. But somehow it's every black woman's fault that you're black, that you ugly. But we're supposed to ignore these things. Then when it's time for you to go to jail, it's all of a sudden Black Lives Matter. But you didn't want your kids to look black. What are you talking about? Don't say Black Lives Matter. Black features matter too. Looking black matters too. 4C hair matters too. Now you want custody of your child. That child don't look like you, 50. He definitely don't look like you. He don't have your features. You should be thumbing your nose at somebody who gave you a cute kid. Because the kid not cute because of you. Kid ain't cute because of you. Oh, let's breed my Negro features away. You're going to try to convince me that that cute kid is your child. Stop! You used her too. Now you want all of a sudden I want custody. I want a DNA test to see if that's actually your kid. Because you trying to convince me that that's your kid. That kid's too cute. I'm sorry. So you want to call that out. You ain't going to call for DNA because you weird and you're corny. That's what weird, corny people do. I want to claim the kid, even though the kid don't like me, but I wanted to take the custody away from the mom because she accused of something. Can the court case start first? I don't even know if it's gonna be a court case. But can the court case start first? Before we start doing certain stuff? as to why he would think somebody is a. I mean, we clearly Carisha told everybody that she was a hoe. And my thing is, she ain't ever lied about it. So when people sit up here and act like they exposing her, how you exposing someone when they expose themselves? Carisha already exposed herself. There's nothing to expose. But as far as I'm concerned with Daphne Joy, it's like, you know, y'all have the same hoes around all the time. So it's kind of hard to suss out who's a hoe and who's not. But y'all have the same 3, 4, 5 multiracial, racially ambiguous bitches around. Then I want to have custody of my son. Get out of here. She should have sued you for sitting up there claiming that you have cute genes. Because that child definitely is not cute because of you. You know, nobody's saying that black features aren't cute. His features aren't cute. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of beautiful black people out here. 50 Cent's just not one of them. And that's what it is. It's just all these ugly dudes all over these beautiful women. That's all it is. You know you a broke John that worked at McDonald's. You would not have a chance in hell with a Daphne if you were broke. You know that. That's why y'all make all that money. But yeah, I mean, I don't think he deserved. Shoot, this is why I sit here and start pulling out the receipts that baby's not his. If I was her, like, oh, it's not his baby. You know he can't create anything this cute. Come on. You want to be petty? I can get petty with you. But her claim that he abused her or anything like that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand why Diddy. I don't understand why 50 is thumbing his nose at Diddy though, acting like he was up Diddy's ass too. Like he wasn't hanging out with Diddy's neither. Y'all over here acting like that wasn't y'all home skillet biscuit. Y'all want to claim like he was your rich black friend, and everybody wanted to be his rich black friend. Okay. I mean, everybody wanted to be around him. He was a rich black friend that had the big house, had the pretty girls. Diddy's another one who's not that good looking. You want to pretend like you have cute kids. You over here claiming light-skinned Quincy and Justin like they're your kids. They look nothing like you. They don't have your features. Granted, your daughters, even though they look like you, they're beautiful girls. But it's ironic to me. It's, you know, I want custody of my kid. How you know that's your kid? Hold up, 50. He don't look like you. I mean, you should know some of the things that I've heard about you, sir. Over here thumbing your nose at Diddy. I've heard some things about you too, sir. The lines ain't quite straight over there too. You really want to go there? Another thing, if you knew Diddy was like this, why are you thumbing your nose at him now? Like, don't wait until the police have him in custody. You could expose him at any time. Why now? Why? I see. I told you guys he was like this. Blah 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 blah. But you knew he rolled like this too. You're more powerful than a lot of the people who have been exposing Diddy for years. Why you want to say something now? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said, you have more power than a lot of the people who have came out against him. So how you gonna sit here and thumb your nose at him? You scared of him too? These colorist ass niggas, man. Whatever. You know exactly what she is. Get out of here. What else? Lord. Somebody needs to teach. I know that Diddy still has money, y'all. Okay. He ain't broke. Cassie did take a huge chunk of his money. Don't get it twisted. But she didn't take that much. He still has money. I don't understand the photo op with the twins. Kim Porter children. I don't get it. If I was in trouble, my kids would not be exposed, especially if it's their senior year in high school. It's not my kid's job that I want them to peacefully live their life. So they'll probably be at their grandma's house or something like that. I just wouldn't want them to spend their senior year worried about what I'm doing. Somebody outside cussing. So I just question the way he's moving. It's bad enough we saw the boys in handcuffs, and that disturbed the hell out of me. And I know everybody was saying it's like this sucks because this is this baby's girl's senior year in high school, and they're spending their senior year in high school dealing with their dad and their brothers being handcuffed in front of the public. I don't get what he's doing. Is this is him saying I'm a father? That went out the door a long time ago. Even Cassie didn't make public appearances like that. And she told when that whole thing went down with that, Cassie didn't make no public appearance because she stayed away. And that was out of the safety of the fact that she has underage little girls. So I don't understand what he's doing. I don't get it. Like, who are these publicists you guys got? They suck. They're not doing a good job at all. Because the one thing I would tell Diddy is to lay low. Just lay low, sit down, don't say nothing, don't do any interviews, sit back, and let your lawyers handle it. That's what I would tell him. So I'm just confused at the way he's moving right now. I'm not going to read the article pertaining to this. This is weird. Say it has to be under an hour. Oh my God, I've gone too long already. I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna come back on here on Saturday because I don't have to work Saturday, but I have to work Sunday and Sunday morning. I have to do work on Sunday morning, you guys. Yes, my schedule is weird. I'm very aware of that. I see this because I want to talk about all the other stuff pertaining to. I gotta talk about Nickelodeon on Saturday. I gotta really for real talk about Nickelodeon.
Bambi.
All right. They're exposing Bambi. I don't know why. Benzino, the any police department in Georgia think you crazy. Okay? People think you crazy. Mama D, I'm pretty sure you have warrants. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think anybody on Love and Hip Hop is straight. Okay? Not straight, like, sexuality. I don't think anybody on Love and Hip Hop has gone straight, as in legally. I just don't. You're not going to convince me that these people on this reality show have done everything. Everybody wants to claim that they're business people, but it's like they always get caught up in stuff. And like I have articles about people on Love and Hip Hop doing illegal shit. And it's just so weird to me. You want to sit up here and talk trash about Bambi. When you find me, Bambi, I ain't talking about the mugshot she had when her Erica Mena and them got into a fight. I want a past mugshot of her doing something that she ain't doing. You exposing Bambi and you in prison in Georgia every other 3 weeks. You really want to go there, Benzino? And Mama D, there's pictures of you looking straight up like a lesbian pimp with hoes around your underage child. We really want to go there? In this age of Aquarius, do not throw stones if you live in a glass house. You two live in a glass house. But let's hear what they got to say about Bambi, honey. And it's nothing new.
Bambi and Mary Jane had an argument over Kurt.
What was the argument about? That's somebody's husband.
Because when I walked in the room, everybody was but.
So messy. Yeah, what was the argument about? That's somebody's husband. And he married to Rashida? Girl. What? I didn't know.
naked.
Catch me.
Hold on, Mama G.
Hold
Come
on,
back.
Bambi.
Come on.
Get in the back. I'm finna do the Bambi, the fake, because I don't want to touch the mic.
Bambi was mad at Mary Jane because she didn't know Mary Jane was going to go all the way that night. Bambi really didn't want Mary Jane to go all the way because Bambi liked herself. That's the truth.
They said that you get butt
So you admit that Bambi didn't really like you. She was just using you for Kurt. Got you. We all know that Love and Hip Hop is storylines, okay? Their storyline, okay, is scripted. So Bambi being there anyway. I didn't know Bambi was. I think I had stopped watching Love and Hip Hop at that time period when Bambi was in the hot tub with the weird and the confused, because that's exactly who she was in the hot tub with, the weird and confused. I didn't know that she was in the hot tub with Benzino. I didn't see that scene. I just thought it was weird that all of a sudden she's with Scrappy and they got married. And I was like, wait a minute, was she on Basketball Wife over here talking about she want to be like Evelyn? You want to be like Evelyn, you stick to the sports guys. And Evelyn, Evelyn got her little wish, She could write a book on that. You over here being a gatekeeper. Evelyn. But but all jokes aside, she the reason why Scrappy is messy. Mama D is. Cause like he said, he grew up in a house where his mama had hoes. What happened to Ernest? Mama D? It's crazy to me. It's like you can't judge Bambi. Like I said, you can't throw stones living in a glass house. Look at 50 Cent. He was the one that wrote that line. You can't throw stones when you live in a glass house. If you got a glass jaw, you should watch your mouth because I break your face. Come on, 50. You wrote the line. Then you had nerve to be thumbing your nose. Then they say, allegations came up about you, which I'm not shocked. I want to be under an hour. I don't want to go too deep into this. I ain't even got to half the stuff I want to talk about. I'll come back on here and talk about it later. Because I don't want this to be over an hour. I know everybody got stuff to do. Everybody got to work. Everybody got families to take care of. Nobody got time for craziness. Everybody just trying to make it, But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my live. I'm not going to do the outing thing because I got to go. Bye, you guys.